There are places where the air feels heavy, where the silence isn't empty, and where the forest listens. This happened to me 3 years ago. I was one of 5 people who went into those woods. Only one of us came back. It started as a weekend trip. Me, Rohan, Vikram, Neha, and Arjun rented a cabin deep in the hills. No signal. No electricity except a generator. The owner told us one thing before leaving. Don't go behind the cabin after dark. We laughed it off. The cabin itself was old but strong. Thick wooden beams. A fireplace. Dust everywhere. It smelled like damp wood and smoke. Neha found something strange in the basement that evening. A metal box. Inside was a bundle of burned pages, blackened but still readable in parts. Symbols. Strange drawings. Something about ashes holding memory. We joked it was some kind of occult diary. That was our first mistake. That night, the wind was loud. Too loud. At around 2 a.m., I woke up to whispering. Not words, just breath, like someone speaking from far away. I thought it was a dream until I saw Vikram standing near the door. He wasn't moving. Just staring outside. I asked, "What are you doing?" He replied without turning. "Someone is calling from the trees." I laughed nervously and pulled him back to bed. But as I closed the door, I swear I heard footsteps circling the cabin. Slow. Dragging. Patient. Morning came, but Vikram was different. Quiet. Pale. He kept rubbing his hands together, like something was stuck to them. At breakfast, he suddenly asked, "Do ashes remember the fire?" We stared at him. Neha tried to joke, but Vikram started laughing, a dry, empty laugh. That afternoon, Arjun found footprints behind the cabin. Bare footprints. But they started in the middle of the mud and ended at the cabin wall. Like someone had walked out of nowhere and vanished. That night everything changed. We were playing cards when Vikram suddenly stood up. He was shaking. Then he screamed. Not like a human scream. Like something tearing through his throat. He collapsed, twitching. His eyes opened, but they weren't his eyes anymore. They were dark, almost black. He spoke in a whisper. "You burned us, and left us in the ground." Neha started crying. Arjun tried to hold Vikram down, but he threw him across the room with unnatural strength. The lights went out. In the darkness, we heard movement, fast, crawling, circling us. Then the generator came back. Vikram was gone. The front door was wide open. And ash, thick gray ash, covered the floor like snow. We had to find him. We grabbed flashlights and went outside. The forest felt wrong. Silent. No insects. No wind. We followed footprints, barefoot, burned into the soil like something hot had walked there. Then we saw him. Vikram was standing among the trees, facing away from us. Arjun called his name. Vikram slowly turned. His mouth opened too wide, far wider than it should. And he whispered, "You should not have opened the box." The trees around us began to creak, like something massive was shifting underground. Then shadows began moving between the trunks. Not people. Shapes. Watching. Waiting. We ran. We barricaded the doors. But the whispering started again, louder now, everywhere at once. The walls began to tremble. Ash started falling from the ceiling, pouring from cracks, filling the room. Neha began coughing. Then the knocking started. Slow. Heavy. Something was outside. Arjun looked through the window and screamed. Vikram was standing there. But there were others behind him. Dozens of shapes, made of ash and shadow, standing silently in the trees. Watching us. Waiting. Then Vikram smiled. And the door burst open. I don't remember everything clearly. Only flashes. Screaming. Shadows moving like smoke. Neha disappearing into darkness. Arjun dragged away. I ran. I ran through the forest without stopping. Branches tore my skin. I fell, got up, kept running. At dawn, I reached the road. When I looked back, the cabin was gone. Just trees and silence. The police never found the cabin. They said I must have imagined it. But sometimes, when I wake up at night, I smell smoke. And I hear whispering. Very close to my ear. As long as ashes remain, we remain.